Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, a very special episode of the Geek and I podcast. Let's welcome in my co-host Jeffrey. Jeff, how are you doing today?
You call me plain Jeff, just like the vanilla ice cream. It's always good to be plain sometimes.
That's right. But you do have a little nuts in you.
Hey, and a lot of bite.
That is a pretty neat shirt. Where'd you grab that?
There we go. There we go.
Where'd you grab that from?
I can't say. I promise not to say.
It's a
Been
secret.
had for a while.
Okay.
It's not available locally. Put it that way.
Tonight we are pitting in a bracket battle the top original NES games from when. What is the history of the
Hold on
system?
Let me get that dog. I want to get that dog. You remember the dog? The original. Let's talk about the original. Let's talk. Yeah. So if you score, here we go. If you scored, this is the mini, but if you scored the original, you got this game. I still got it. Got Mario and Duck Hunt. But that dog, I want to shoot that dog because it laughed at you every time you screwed up. This is the original that came with the game system back in 1985. Now, some of you guys might have gotten the orange one. This is the one you're looking for if you're a collector. I want to shoot that dog.
So
go ahead, John. Sorry, I have to get that out of my system.
The NES came
out. And
then,
of course, you'll hear that dog laughing in the background of your brain.
That's a Duck Hunt.
Exactly.
So that came out in 1985?
Yes, sir.
85?
85, and that's what the cartridge will look like. It's a packing game to the original Nintendo. Came with a light gun and this, but there was something that I don't have here. I wish I could show you guys. It could include Robbie, the robot thing that played with you, and that's another packing game later on down the road.
Mm-hmm. Now, you know what I liked about it was the sleeves.
Yes,
to keep the cartridge clean, keep the dust off the connections, so you didn't have to, the old lick trick.
Back in the days, like all day long. Little did we know, little Q-tip alcohol rub.
Right.
We learned that later.
It was more fun
and you know what? In the back, it didn't say that, but if you look at your Super Nintendo games, it will tell you rub a little alcohol on it.
Don't lick. Is that it? Don't lick Mario's crack.
I tell you what, it's like licking a 9-volt battery. Don't want to do that.
No, you do not. So
the copper taste.
I remember licking a lot of Nintendo games. I didn't have the original NES. Liquor, huh? Did you have an NES?
I want to get the original NES and original SNES.
Yeah, I didn't have either.
But that's after it's been a while.
As you know, I had the Vectrex.
Vectrex.
Yeah, and
You're
that's
the lucky guy that had a Vectrex, man.
Yeah, everybody made fun of me at the time. So let's.
No, man, you're the god.
Nah. Let's jump into our bracket battle and take a look and see which game comes out. What game do you think is going to be tops?
I think I'm gonna pull out from my stack of games here. Now, hold on. I got to Mario 3. Oh, there you go. I think this would be a topper, but that's just me personally speaking because of the original being original.
Okay, so
What do you think might be the topper of our list here?
I don't know because it's one of those systems that I'm not very familiar with. So I don't know too many of the games and I haven't played them all. So I'm going to rely on you tonight. And if there
You
is,
know the game. Hold on. Let me mesmerize you. Hold on. You know the games. Concentrate on the games. Of course, that's my
let's-
original NES. I have to. Here you go. There you go. I had to show you. We have to mesmerize the audience with the original stuff. It's all about the OG, man. But it's okay because if you did visit the oh sorry, the mini and got the,
that's what I have.
it's okay. You're getting in the groove. You're getting in the groove, man.
I have
All
that.
right, John, go ahead. God bless you. Go ahead.
All right. So let's get this started. Let's bring up our board. And tonight, let's see, let's go like this. How's that? Can you see it okay?
That works just fine. Yes, I like that.
Okay. So up first in tonight's bracket battle, we have Punch Out versus Adventures of Lolo. Which one do you think is going to take the spot? Is it Mike Tyson or some
Yeah, no,
fluffy
that's not Mike
ball?
Tyson. That's the regular, right?
Hmm?
Or is that the Mike Tyson's Punch Out? There's a dude.
That
There's
is
versions.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
All right. Well, for me, I gotta go for that one.
Yeah. I'm going to say myself Mike Tyson's Punch Out moves
And no
ahead.
offense to the low people out there, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I've
Sorry.
I've never seen. To me, it looks like a Qbert type of thing.
I gotta check it out. I always like playing new games I've never heard before.
So you make sure you write it down. Keep it on your.
No. Oh, no, that's the wrong song. Sorry. That's the
Up
Kinks I'm
next,
thinking about.
yes, Super Mario 3. This is the game that you think is going to go all the way to the finals versus
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Oh man, what do you think I'm gonna pick?
I think you're gonna go. I think you're gonna go Super Mario 3. Now, what
Yes,
makes this
sir.
one different? Let me ask you this: what makes this one different uh, to the first
The
two?
other Mario.
Yes.
I like the idea you're flying around and there's hidden stuff, man. So if you ever played the original level, you can sneak behind scenes. And I should do a video about all that. But anyway, yeah, that's the reason why. You can do behind the scenes stuff and there's extra secret stuff and besides, it's the best Mario game ever. Outside the original, which we all love the original, I have to say, Super Mario 3 is the best of all the Marios.
And you dress like a squirrel.
Well, raccoon, whatever you call it.
Okay,
Is that a squirrel or
I'll give
raccoon?
you raccoon. To me, it looks like a squirrel. So
What makes it look like a squirrel?
Super Mario 3 moves on. Next, we
I
have
still want to hear
Kid.
why you think it's a squirrel, but okay.
Huh?
I still want to know why you think it's a squirrel.
I don't know. To me, it just looks like a squirrel.
The squirrel would be more bushy, and this one has stripes, raccoonish.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
So we are Mega Man versus Kid Icarus.
I'm not a big Mega Man guy or Kid Icarus guy. I don't care. You get to pick this one.
Hmm.
And you know what's funny? Mega Man's a Nintendo product that became a product on Sega that was more popular, which is weird.
This is a tricky one because again, the only I would have to say, I guess Mega Man, because Mega Man went on to have a longer life, right? Because there was, or am I thinking Metroid? But there was more Mega Man games, right?
Still don't like Mega Man. I mean, and I own a lot of the games. That's the crazy part.
All right. So from now on, what I'm going to do is I have a
You got Magic 8 Ball?
little wooden token. I meant to bring out the Pop-O-Matic, but I didn't. I didn't think
That's
about it.
okay.
We
That or
need
Magic 8 Ball.
well, the Pop-O-Matic, we can pop it and evens is one side and odd numbers is the other side.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm being too generous with the questions, I guess, for 8 Ball. Okay.
yeah, because it'll tell you sometimes,
This was a no-brainer. But go ahead,
unclear,
John.
unclear.
Which one would
Ask
you
again
like
later.
the most?
Uh, I'm gonna have to go Donkey Kong.
Now, why not Mario 2? Have you played it?
I have not. Again, I told you
I have.
I'm not into the originals NES too much, so I know Donkey Kong, but other than that, I got nothing.
Well, for me, I own Mario 2, the original, like old school cartridge. I sold it for a good price. When things go crazy for COVID. But yeah, man, Mario 2 is hard. It's a hard game without no reward. Where Mario 3, you get to fly around and have more fun. So that's the reason why I'm against Mario 2 and going for Donkey Kong. Not because it's an arcade classic, because it's an arcade classic on Nintendo did it right. Now,
Mhm.
ColecoVision almost had it right, almost this close. But yeah, ColecoVision did a very good knockoff for their arcade version. Not
Mhm.
quite the same, but still enjoyable. I'll go with
Okay,
Donkey Kong, sir.
so Donkey Kong moves on. Up next, Balloon Fight and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
What? All right, you got to tell me about these games.
Well, let's see if I can find some information. Yeah.
Because Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, I've never heard of. Balloon Fight sounds familiar, but I can't place it. And the crazy thing is, I play a lot of Nintendo games that put. You ever played Nintendo games back in the arcades where they had like cartridges in there? What was it called? The oh, I can't remember the name. It's an arcade system they used to put in arcades. They used to let you play Nintendo games, get you hooked on them so you could buy the game. Choice,
No, I
choice, something choice. God dog it, I can't remember.
well,
You have Google in front of you, don't you?
I do.
Play choice, play choice, play choice. There we go. You have play choice in the arcades that let you play video games so that way you play them and then you go buy the gaming systems because they had Mario 1, 2, and 3 on there. I remember that, but
That's
yeah,
pretty
for
smart.
Balloon Fight, great marketing.
So Balloon Fight
what-
is an
what's Balloon
action
Fight
video
about?
game developed by Nintendo and HAL Laboratory and published through Nintendo. The original arcade version was released on the Nintendo Versus system internationally as Versus Balloon Fight. The gameplay is similar to the 1982 game Joust.
Ah,
Mm. The home
so it was
Nintendo Entertainment version. Yeah. So I guess it was a.
so it's a play choice arcade game in the Versus system because I remember those being singular and then double like back to back.
Mhm.
I don't know if anybody's seen those dual play choices, but they were like literally almost like side corner, but catty corner almost. You remember seeing those, John, in the arcades?
No.
Like, oh, yeah, dude, those are cool, and those are really expensive to come across. By the way, if you're collecting them. What about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? What you got on that?
Let's see. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
That way, only screenshots of how they're played.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is a 1988 side scrolling action video game for the NES, loosely based on the novella by Rod. The gameplay alternates between characters of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde based on the player's ability to either avoid or cause damage.
Interesting.
Yeah. Pretty neat.
I can't pick a solid winner because I don't know them either.
I'm
But
going to
based upon
go.
Joust,
Right. I'm going to go with the Joust clone.
that sounds good to me too. But I'm looking forward to looking into Mr. Jekyll and Hyde and see what that's about.
Yeah. Who knows? If you find one, it might be worth a small fortune.
Well, I got a lot of games on emulation, so I'm pretty sure I'll find a lot of the smaller titles.
So here we are. Up next is Double Dragon 2 versus Contra.
Wow. Okay. John, what's your feelings on these?
The only one of these two I've played is Contra.
Right here with you, brother. Double Dragon, I've played before, but Contra is really fun to play. Hard, but fun.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Contra.
Sounds good to me.
Up next, two games that look almost exactly the same.
I
Gyromite
know those two games.
and Ice Climber. And it looks like Gyromite is the one that it has that robot.
Yes, that's right. So you have to have Rob to play Gyromite. So most people have not played that, like me. And if you try to play it in emulations, Ice Climbers is just, I played it once and I just couldn't get into it. So, John, this is once again in your hands. The fate of Gyromite and Ice Climber, once again, is in your fate.
I kind of like the idea of the robot. I think a friend of mine had the robot. There was a friend of mine that had, I guess his dad was, had a great job, and he had all the newest toys and computer systems. I think he had an Amiga, and there was another one. There was an all white system that came out. I'm not sure if that was Amiga or not.
Well,
And then there was one.
Amiga and this. Yeah, he had money.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. I think he worked for an airline. So let's go with Gyromite.
All right.
So up next we have Kirby's Adventure and Tetris. I know who I'm going with.
Where you going with?
Tetris. I
Well, I
still
have
play
to say,
Tetris.
sir. Oh, yes, the OG Tetris. Yes, I have to choose Tetris 2 because well, Tetris as well, not Tetris 2. Tetris 2 is not that good. Yeah, OG.
All right. So we
Still
got
there.
Tetris. All right, and we're moving on to the other side.
Oh,
We have Tyson versus Super Mario.
what you got, John?
I'm going to leave this one up to you because I think you're going to go all the way with Super Mario.
I have to pull the sleeve out and say, yeah. I'm sorry, Mike Tyson. Robin Givens will forgive you eventually.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a different story. I'm sorry, that's a different story.
All right, up next, Donkey Kong and Mega Man. This round is easy because this is kind of like this is a repeat round. So we're gonna go Donkey Kong. Now we're gonna do Joust or Contra.
Contra, man, because no match right there.
Contra had aliens in it, didn't it?
Yes, on Contra 2 or 3. Yeah, I believe so.
And then here we have Tetris. Tetris is gonna go all the way.
Yeah.
And now up against himself,
Uh-oh.
Mario versus Mario.
Now, for the kiddos out there, do you remember Donkey Kong? Mario's first attempt out there was, he was out there. He was trying to save the girl. Does anybody know the name of the girl?
I don't. Is it Martha? Where did you hear that name?
It's sure not Mrs. Kong,
It's not Martha.
but there is a name for her. I'm going to leave it for the comments. What is Donkey Kong? Okay, Mario was called Summer Man, I believe. Okay, John, go. You want Google? You want to play some? Let's talk. Let's talk. You want Google?
No, I'm not
Mario,
on
I think it's
Google.
called Summer Man or something Man. I can't remember the name that they called him back in the days when Donkey Kong first came out as an arcade. He
Before
became
he,
Mario later on as a mascot for, when they became, the Nintendo Entertainment System.
yeah, I don't know. So which one do you want, or should we leave it up to chance and flip a coin? You gonna go
That's
Super
my vote.
Mario?
Dude, it's way cooler game and
All
I
right,
don't know,
next.
man.
This is a tough one.
Run, gun, or puzzle? How you feel, man? How you feel?
I would go with Tetris. What do you have?
I have to say, I love Tetris, but Contra Run and Gun, it's really cool, really tough.
All
So,
right.
what's your tiebreaker little thing
Well,
got going on there?
we're gonna do a coin flip. So heads is Contra, tails is Tetris.
All right. Oh, yeah, electronic coins. What did it say?
Tails. It is Tails. So it's Tetris. Tetris
right.
wins. Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh. 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 John, sounds like what do you want to do?
I got Tetris.
You still going to Tetris?
I do. I like Tetris better than Super Mario.
Have you played Tetris Effect yet?
Tetris what?
Effect? That's a
No.
new Tetris game that has like a lot of mellow sounds, and you playing Tetris, but it's more competitive.
Well, we have people in the chat, so let's see if they have
Let's go
a
to chat.
yeah. If you're in the chat, what would you pick? Tetris or Super Mario 3?
You know me.
So we have one vote for Tetris, one vote for Super Mario.
It's not been in on the sleeve that much in a long time. Usually it stays in the system to play.
All right. I think I'm gonna defer to you because this'll be like last week where you had one where
I
you know
gave in.
you wouldn't let it go. So all right. Goodbye, Tetris.
But Tetris is a lot of fun, by the way.
Tetris is a great game.
And we're what? There's more? I thought we're at the
Oh
end.
yeah. Ghosts and Goblins and Metroid. What do you got?
I'm all about Metroid, man. Love that game. I actually, as a kid, would draw out the map so that way I won't get lost, because you could get
Mhm.
lost. And then Nintendo Power came out with the helpfulness. Ghosts and Goblins, man, in the arcade that kicked my butt, took my quarters, didn't want to play it. So yeah, I have a bad taste for Ghosts and Goblins. But even though it's a fun game, it's just hard. But Metroid, I enjoyed.
Yeah, I would have to go Metroid also.
And did you know Metroid character was a girl?
Yes, I did know that. Not until later in life, but yes, I
It's in
did.
the description.
There was probably actually real
If
late,
you read the story, it mentions she.
right? Yeah, and it didn't look like a she until I guess it was Metroid Prime on the Wii.
I just remember reading the instructions and kept referring to it as she.
Yeah, I don't think I knew about that until Metroid Prime for Nintendo Wii. So up next we have Castlevania and Dragon Warrior.
What's Dragon Warrior? Never heard. I don't remember that one.
Let's see. Do a quick wiki search.
Sorry, guys. Google's gonna be our friend sometimes. Castlevania, I heard. That's one of fair matchup.
See, it doesn't even come up.
So you have a game here that's not coming up?
Well, according to this, okay, it's actually Dragon Quest.
Hey, Google.
Dragon
What's
Quest.
Dragon Warrior?
Dragon Quest previously published as Dragon Warrior in North America until 2005.
Until 2005 is a franchise of Japanese role-playing video games created by Armor Project, Bird Studio, and Tsukiyama Kobo to its publisher Enix, with all of the involved parties co-owning the copyright of the series since then.
It's been renamed, huh?
It had a different name in the United States. So I'm going to go
I wonder if it was
Castlevania.
for the Dragon Warrior versus Dragon Quest game.
Yeah, it just says Dragon Quest, and it was, I guess they changed it to Dragon Quest after
So it's
Two
a
thi-
role-playing game, huh?
2005. Let's see. The series introduced a number of features to the genre and had a significant impact of the development of other role-playing games. So yeah, I guess
I
guess
hate
it
those
was-
role-playing games.
that's like where you walk up to somebody and you see the text.
And you have to talk to them and do stuff. Dude, that really drains my energy when I'm playing a game. How do you
Right.
feel about those? You like talking to people and moving around? And
I
trying
can't
to
get
learn
I can't-
about their activities.
yeah, I can't get past 5 minutes of Knights of the Old Republic because it's so boring.
So we'll go with Castlevania, right?
Yes, Castlevania moves ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, spent a lot of time on that. Just role-playing games, for me.
Bubble Bobble and Adventure Island. I seem to remember Adventure Island, but
What's that one? I know Bubble Bobble's an arcade game, and the best port of that is on Sega. Nintendo had a good port, it just was not the same.
mhm.
And Taito was the, if I remember right, the manufacturer of the game. Well, it's like, Jungle Hunt and what was the other game they called it? There's one based on Tarzan. So they had to and they also renamed it after a pirate too. It was Jungle Hunt. Oh, don't get me started. Sorry. Going off on a tangent there, but there's 3 games built in one. Just because Title had problems with names and stuff. So Bubble Bobble was an arcade game by Title, and Nintendo had an opportunity to do the same same release as far as an arcade port, but Sega did a way better job.
Okay. So according to this, it says Adventure Island is an adaptation of the arcade game Wonder Boy, developed by Escape for Sega.
Wonder Boy sounds familiar. Slow game, walking around. Yeah, okay, I get it. Bubble Bobble for me.
Okay.
Well, because it's a slow ass game. That's just me though.
There we go. Battletoads and Super Mario.
Uh-oh.
Now the last
Well, we all
The
know
last,
Super Mario. What do you know about that one, John?
let me preface this by I had no idea who Battletoads were. Never heard of it before. Never heard of Battletoads. So
It's a fun game.
I'm walking around the Retro Expo last time and doing some taping, and I see this guy in a green outfit, and I'm thinking to myself, man, that is the worst Ninja Turtles outfit I've ever seen. And it turns out he was dressed as a Battletoad. And I'm thinking to myself, and as I'm thinking that's the worst Ninja Turtle I've ever seen, some other guy walks by me and I hear him say, "Dude, it's a Battletoad." So I guess they're pretty popular, but
It's an arcade game.
so
And it's a lot of fun to play. If you never played it, play the arcade version. The home port was not that great, in my opinion. So of course, in this round, I have to pick the
oh, there he
Mario.
is. Yeah,
So,
Mario.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go Mario because I've never even, like I said, never heard of Battletoads. So up next we have Ninja Gaiden versus I don't know River City Ransom.
John, where are you picking these games at?
I'm not picking them. This is just computer generated.
Are you hanging out at Goodwill looking for games and trying to
I
get
think,
going?
yeah, that's the only place I can afford games.
I've never heard either, so I
you
mean, I
wanna do
probably
it?
played it, just don't remember them.
I do a coin flip.
Gator or Gaiden? That kind of sounds familiar. Tecmo. Tecmo was a company that did a lot of sports games, but
Because they had that football
as well
game, right?
as
Weren't they one of the first football games, the Tecmo Bowl?
yeah. Well, Tecmo came out, and then Tecmo Bowl came out, and then Super Tecmo Bowl came out, and that's when you got the first three football games for the Nintendo NES.
So you want to go ninja or do you want to do a coin flip?
You got to do a coin flip because I mean, I probably played the Ninja one. I don't remember this other one. Yeah, I doesn't look familiar. I'm gonna write it down and see if I got. I'm pretty sure I probably have it on emulation to figure out if it's any good or not. I'll probably
All right.
do a stupid video.
Let's see what the coin says. Tails again. So looks like these two dudes move along.
Is this a program you've written for yourself, but the coins?
Metal Gear and Excite Bike.
I know them both. Go ahead, John.
Me too. I'm gonna go Excite Bike because I like the. I think that was the first time I've ever ridden a motorcycle.
Well, for me, I like Excite Bike because you can build your own track.
Oh, okay. I never got into the. I guess I never got
into.
into.
You forgot about that, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I was going to say I never got that deep into it. I guess. And right now,
and you're building roller coasters right now.
So I'm building roller coasters again. Yeah, so.
Build some bike tracks and try to take down that, dirt bike.
Next is Dr. Mario and Legend of Zelda.
You go, John.
Well, Dr. Mario, that was like. Is that like Breakout?
What is?
Yeah. What was Dr. Mario like?
It was like this one. See it?
No, hold on one sec.
Tetris. It's like Tetris, man. There you go. It's like Tetris.
Oh, okay. So you had to he drops the pills.
Yeah, took the pills, man.
Put the pills in.
And then Zelda was more like chopping and talking to people. Once again, the
Role playing, right?
As much as Zelda, actually, you know what's funny is that Zelda is so popular. The original old school Zelda, old school game which is very common and found everywhere, could actually people paying $20, $25 for it all day long. It blows my mind.
Just because it's Zelda.
And it's in the gold looking, because most of these came in gray, you know?
Oh, right. Yeah,
And
that was
those
the
were
shiny
in
gold,
gold.
the shiny gold box, right? The cartridge.
And the kids these days are thinking it's worth more. I don't know why. I know what it was like worth $5 10 years ago. Now it's worth 20 plus, give or take. Condition, box,
So,
whatever.
which one would you go with?
Oh, Dr. Mario all day long because it's like Tetris.
Here you go. Here's your Zapper against the Paperboy.
Uh-oh, hold on. Where's that dog? Where's that dog? John, I've never played. Oh, I lost cartridges here. I've never played Paperboy on Nintendo. I played it in the arcade. I liked it because it had the the bars.
The handlebars, yeah.
And when you're playing Nintendo, you're going old school. Here you go. For the kiddos out there, this is all we had to play with. So the bars and throwing, I guess, was a button. So how'd you play it, John? Was it A and B to throw and left and right, up and down to slow down and go fast?
Yeah, I think it was back and forth on the what do they call that now? The D-pad. And then
Well, no, you have to remember before Nintendo, there was no D-pad. Nintendo, excuse me.
well, I mean
There you
like
go.
the directional that
Nintendo
thing.
invented this. If it wasn't for Nintendo, we would not have this D-pad.
Really?
Just to let you boys and girls know. Yeah. Because it was originally on their stop and watch games. And it became on the NES for America and Japan, the Famicom.
Hmm.
And this is the very first D-pad you'll ever see. Here you go. Hold on. This is the very first D-pad ever for America. And then what happened after that? We had Sega. And it had their version of the pad,
With
And
extra buttons.
And then we got Nintendo, excuse me, Nintendo,
Sony.
the Sony PlayStation, and they had the extra joysticks, and everything else is history. And it's only because I have this in my gaming system here. I don't have things to pull out my hat here.
You come prepared,
But
apparently.
it's kind of cool. I love Sega. I really love these old school games. But what's cool about Sega, if you look closely, the pad itself is so similar to Nintendo because they're trying to compete with them. And
Look
that's
at
your Xbox.
Yeah, this has way too many buttons.
See, the
It's
Xbox I couldn't get into.
It's got
This is more
these.
simplistic.
Got
The top buttons.
There's four
got
four
two
on the front, two
Right, so you got
joysticks,
two joysticks.
I got a D-pad, and then
Hold yours
four.
fine. Which one looks similar? I think Sony. I think Microsoft said, you know what, I'm gonna be like Sony.
But they moved one. They swapped a joystick
Which is
and
that?
they swapped a joystick and
Excuse me.
bless you.
Thank you. See, they put your X and well, what do you call it? Sorry, my allergies. So you got your control pad up and down, left and right on the bottom. You got your buttons like what's up here. You got one stick. What's the other stick on the far left?
This is this one here. The top one moves you forward and back, and this one turns
like-
you.
Okay, so they just moved the stick over.
Yeah,
But you still got two top buttons, right?
there's four. There's
Well, I got two.
you got four
What?
also.
I got four. Yeah. So what
Yeah.
they do is they took this design and go like, you know what? We can take one of these buttons and move them up.
And then we can copyright it. We can.
There you go. But you know what Nintendo
Oh.
did? They created the first two top button. This is the Super Nintendo. Got your four-way joystick, well, four-way pad, and you got four buttons here. So Nintendo was really on top of things, brother. And that was
Yeah.
your quick lesson on video games, boys and girls.
But then there was more.
John's bringing out the heavy guns.
Okay, then came this thing. And I hate wires. This is what I liked about this system. But then you had wires. So normally you play with this. I don't know if
Is
you
that the
can
Wii?
see it. That is the Wii. It's got a trigger.
I like the Wii because all of a sudden your control stick could be anything, including a guitar,
And
which
then
I have back there.
and then to turn it into one of those other ones, you had the nunchuck,
There you go.
which would then this has two buttons and a
And also a
joystick.
lightsaber.
And there was your lights, then you
If you play a Star Wars game, Force, Star Wars Force, I think it was called, or God, I can't remember the name of it. I had that
Unleashed?
on the Wii.
Unleashed?
There you go. Where you're like almost an escape person, but a Prince of Darth Vader, kind of sort of under Force. But the first time you get to wield a lightsaber, actually feeling like you're moving the lightsaber.
And then you have
And
this
it's a
one.
baseball bat. Yeah. That
Well,
way you
this-
can play your old school.
Yeah, then you would need to have this plugged into this. And this is basically what you have there. This is what I used to play the Super Nintendo games.
Yeah. And then that's when they released the Super Mario Brothers, the ultimate Super, and it came with a soundtrack and all that crap. It was really cool for the Wii. If you still got that, by the way, it's going right now around $100.
Really?
I used to have it, sold it a long time ago for $50. I bought it for 30, sold it for 50. It went to someone who really wanted it. So
Which one is this?
it's the Super Mario. It had Mario 1, 2. Well, it had Mario 1, 2, 3, The Lost Worlds. And it's pretty much what's in here you go.
Was that the red one? Came in the red clamshell.
Yes. But it's basically it's basically this, but in Wii form. And it came with a soundtrack, and it came with so you had the music and a booklet with all the behind the scenes stuff. So it came with it was like a little collector set. But if you have Super Mario, I'm pretty sure we'll get around to this video later. But yeah, it's like that. So as far as Paperboy and Duck Hunt,
I'm
John,
gonna go
what's
duck hunt.
you are?
Yeah.
I want to shoot that dog. I want a chance to shoot that one dog. I can hear him laughing right now. You know what I'm talking about.
So I'm looking up Super Mario. It's called Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Yep. And it's in a red case. It's a deluxe set. And it comes with the soundtrack and also booklet. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I have that up. I have that. I like
if
that
you have,
one.
You have the hard. If you have the hard copy, it's going for right around $100 right now.
What do you
Now,
mean
if
the
you
hard?
have a digital, see digital. That's what gets me about digital. There's no value there because you have it on your system and it's on your system, and yes, you can resell it. It's there as a game, but people collect because they want something physical.
No, my son actually bought the disc,
Excellent.
so I have
And
that.
it's just like it is just like that All Stars. It's got all the games on there. It just looks more better on the Wii because it's been revamped. You know what I'm saying?
And I found this the other day out in the garage, and it
Right.
hasn't been touched in. I think I did some research on this particular unit, and none of the kids have touched it since 2012. So the last time this was plugged in was 2012, and it still had half battery life. And inside of it was this.
Is that one of the DS thingies?
It is new Super Mario Brothers DS.
Yeah, I left the Nintendo system after the Wii. So, how's the DS working out?
It works.
I mean, it's like a Game Boy, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, it's a Game Boy, but it has two screens.
Yeah, I remember you could do one thing and then. Yeah, I just never got after because I was an old school Game Boy guy, and the Game Boy Color came out. I was like, well, okay, it's color, and for me, I decided, you know what? If I'm gonna play Game Boy, I can play it on the Super Nintendo, and that's where I left the Game Boys and all that. So,
And you know what game is on here?
huh? Metroid?
Can't remember where the speaker is.
Treacherous monsters and obstacles. Mysterious caverns below the castle. Your odyssey continues against the awesome forces of the dragon.
Can't quite hear it. What is it though? Gotta make the screen bigger. Oh, Dragon's Lair. Really now? All right.
Let's turn this light off.
That's nice. How is Dragon's Lair on the DS? Did you play it?
It is so hard. It is so difficult.
Now, I love Dragon's Lair. I played the old school original arcade, and I've been playing the, different versions By the way, the Nintendo version sucks. Don't ever buy it. That or the Space Ace. Even though they're out there and worth a lot of money, it's not worth any money. People are being stupid, by the way, because they're going to the hype of Dragon's Lair. But we left our hot audience hanging. Is it Metroid? Is it Castlevania? John,
Oh, it's definitely Metroid.
I hear you, brother.
Bubble Bobble and Super Mario Brothers.
You know me, I'm going old school. Always gotta be Mario, man.
Now, what do you think about Chris Pratt doing the voice?
It's me, Mario. I could do it too.
Yeah.
He gets paid more money than I do, though.
And then you get cease and desist papers too. So we have Excite Bike. We're almost at the end. Excite Bike and these two guys.
Those guys.
I think they're going
I
bye
need
bye.
to find out. I need to play that game. I'm curious now. But Excite Bike's got to be because that's the only thing I know. It's not really a fair shake right there.
Right. Let's see.
Hate that dog. Go ahead. Sorry. Some of us really hate that dog. And you hear that laughing. Well, however it sounds. I can't do it right.
All right.
Have
I'm
you
going
ever
to
played
bring
Duck
this
Hunt?
up. See if I can share my screen.
Can you let me shoot a dog? I'm ready. Hold your city captain.
So this apparently is River City Ransom.
Oh, okay. Oh, we get a frame of reference. Really? No audio, huh? So it's kind of like, I don't know, Legos.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah. I think I'll be.
All right. So that's River City Ransom.
All right.
I'm glad
Thanks
that one
for
left.
saving time not playing that game ever again.
Yeah. Okay. We got Doug Hunt and Dr. Mario.
For me, I have to pick Duck Hunt because it's the first game that got me the Zapper. Hate that dog, but still, I still have fun.
All right. So I guess we know this one. We're going to do Super Mario with this one.
Yeah.
Excite Bike and Duck Hunt.
I have to pick Duck Hunt. We got.
Me too. And here we go. The two big boys battle it out for supremacy.
Well, Mario for me, man.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I want to hear your
Evening.
reasoning for each one. You have, I'm going to give you a, we're going to do this like,
The
Like a
Watergate
game sh-
trials. I should
No,
have shredded everything.
not that bad. The heck do I? Oh, here we go. We're gonna put. We're gonna put 10 seconds on the clock. Give
10
me
seconds.
your reasoning for Super Mario 3 and go.
Flying Super Mario in the raccoon suit, behind the scenes shit. Done.
Okay. How the hell do I stop this? All right. Now, 10 seconds on the clock for Super Mario Brothers.
Let me know when it's ready. Are you ready?
You ready? And go.
Original, OG, best thing ever. Mario. Hey, it's me.
All right.
Now,
So
which one is the best? I'll let you make that decision because you know me.
well,
I like Mario.
I'm going to take what you just said and I'm going to go Super Mario Brothers because you said, quote, OG best game ever. So,
Yep.
taking the championship.
That's how we got introduced to Mario. Have to leave it to the OG.
And the bracket goes to Super Mario. Where is it? There it is. There's our champion, Super Mario Brothers. Congratulations to Super Mario Brothers. We want to say thank you for giving us years and years and years of entertainment. We appreciate it. We love you. We thank you. And that's it. Yep, that's it.
And
Time's up.
we also got a little schooling on old school games.
Yes. I got
By
a
accident.
schooling. Very, very informative. I like the way you come prepared. I come with a bottle of water. You come with all your gadgets and gizmos.
Above all, screw that dog.
Shoot that dog. I want to thank
And
you
you'll hear
for
the dog in your mind. If you ever played the game, you'll hear the dog laughing at you when you missed it. And by the way, I did try when I first got to, I don't know if you remember, John, I almost killed myself getting a CRT so I could play old school Duck Hunt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna set mine up. I'm gonna take that down, the wide screen, the flat screen TV. I'm gonna put up my CRT. I just need a little plug that'll turn because all it has is the rabbit ear connections on the back.
So you
So I
need
gotta
an
get
RF
I gotta
converter,
I do. I need an RF converter.
but you need it with the 2 prongs.
Yes.
I
So I'm
did
gonna have
a funny thing with Harrison Ford finding that in the Temple of Doom kind of thing. Those are rare and hard to come by, and when you do find them, they're not cheap.
well,
People,
I paid
people are
five
being
I paid
hardcore.
I paid $5 for the TV, so
Yeah, you'd be paying $20, $25 for that converter because people are stupid right now.
yeah.
They know they can get money. But Goodwill,
Yeah, well, I picked up the TV at Restore for $5. So, well, thank you, Jeff. We appreciate it. We appreciate your knowledge of video games. Check out Jeff's channel, The Collector Zone, on YouTube. It's youtube.com slash at the collector zone. That's how you find them. Jeff, what else you got coming up on your channel? I know you just posted something about the arcade one-ups.
yeah, Arcade One-Ups is coming out with some new stuff, and it's new to people, but for me, old school, they're repackaging things and making them look cooler. But one thing they're doing is a gambling casino. That's interesting. They never did that before. So, kind of interested to hear the feedback from the community on that one. It's a Wheel
Yeah.
of Fortune casino.
Oh, yeah, that was the Wheel of Fortune game that they showed. And then there was
Yeah, it
also
has
Ms.
a
Pac.
screen.
hmm And then there was Ms. Pac-Man, which I think was just a deluxe version, and now it's like normal size, right?
They're doing the pro versions, which means that you get to pay $650 to get the same stuff you own in your house, but it looks a little bit nicer cosmetically.
hmm
Now, for me, I'm old school. I've been hanging out with the, you know, the games, emulation, and got the sticks going, and I can hook up to my TV. I don't need to have a cabinet. So for those who are wanting a cabinet, and John, I know you're having your eye on a cabinet. You want an arcade one cabinet? The two impressive ones that, and there's might be a third one coming soon, but Tron and Dragon's Lair is very impressive to look at. Both have issues functionally. And then there's the Star Wars they're re-releasing from 2000 and I think 18 or 19 when it came out.
I hope so, because if I learn that they're re-releasing that, I'm definitely going to save up, because that's the only one that I want is Star Wars.
Yeah, but we'll have problems though. The first one did not. The first one actually was the best one of the bunch. When I first got my arcade one up, the 12-in-1, it had some issues with the screen where it washed out if you look at a certain, side to side. And of course, over time, they improved their screens.
hmm
But for Tron, number one, they have a problem with their joystick breaking. Well, my friend Glenn fixed that problem. You could buy his product and pop it in, which is what I did when my arcade went up. I brought his spinner and trackball and improved the gameplay 110% from what Arcade One Up gave us. Now, what's going on with Dragon's Lair, and it breaks my heart because I love Dragon's Lair, is that there's a software issue, and there's no way to fix it unless they want to fix it. There's an audio cutoff. It lags in audio when you get to the dragon, when you're trying to kill it and all that.
Really?
That's the reason
I
why
guess
I
you
said
stick with the little ones then.
that low one from New Wave Toys. Best revelation of Dragon's Lair. I mean, it's all real wood. It looks cool, and you can connect it to your TV and play it.
That seems
the way
neat.
I'm playing Dragon's Lair right now is through PlayStation, because for $20 I get all 3 games, and it plays just fine, no lag, no audio problems.
Right.
That's just me.
Yeah. All right, Jeff. Well, thank you very much. We're out of time tonight for our bracket battle. We will see you again next week. Hopefully, next week, I want you to study up, because I think we're going to try a fast food battle bracket. See which See which fast food restaurant sandwich comes out on top.
It's not gonna be
And it
good. All right.
and if you don't, you know, enjoy the culinary delights of fast food right now, we'll just have to go back in the memory train and see, you know, what it was like years ago. It's either going to be that or
How
maybe the
how about
best.
fast food bracket from the 70s through the 90s? I could deal with that.
Yeah, well, everything that's been around now has been around that long. So,
Nope. My favorite
well,
hamburger is no longer around. It's called Burger Chef.
maybe we'll do frozen pizza. I don't know. We'll discuss it during the week. Leave a comment. Let us know what you want to watch. You want to see fast food battle it out or frozen pizza? Let us know in the comments. We will see you next time on the Geek and I podcast. My name is John. His name is Jeff, and we will talk to you all very, very soon. And we will
See you on the next one.